So what are you doing? Let's see, it is 8:25 a.m. And I thought I'd go on a little ride and take you with me. So today we'll be riding some of the usual routes probably. Riding around beautiful Port St. Lucie, Florida. It is a beautiful day out. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, especially subscribe, and make comments if you have any questions about anything, because I love answering comments on the channel. And tell me what you think about the ride. I just done some maintenance on my quad. If you don't know, that's what I'm riding. That's what my channel is mostly about. Me riding my electric quad. Because it gets me into the house, and it gets me kind of out of my head, thinking about, negative stuff or pretty much anything except exactly what I'm doing right now, which is very nice. Makes me happy. Very, very happy. This road is always it's one of the 2 or 3 roads in Port St. Lucie that's always a lot of fun, because it's a long road and it means I can go a little faster than normal. Morning, because it takes me a little bit to get up to any kind of speed, as you can see. But it gets my blood pumping. That's for sure. It's probably a little harder to hear me when I get it going pretty fast, because the wind gets going kind of fast too. Although I have one of these little, what do they call it? Cat something? Cat fur or cat hair or cat tail or something on the microphone, so it should make it, a little bit better. It's usually pretty good sound quality. Did a little bit of greasing everything up. I trued up both my rear wheels because, and if you don't know that, all that means is I made them straight. which is just tightening some of the or most of the the spokes on the wheels, because when they get loose, they start creaking and moaning and groaning about it, and it pulls it, out of alignment, and there's a couple things that go wrong and make the ride worse. So when everything's nice and tight, it makes it a lot nicer and easier to ride, and less creaky, which is always nice. Let's see if we can go down here. It's neat for me to see the people's faces that are coming towards me, passing by me, maybe seeing me for the first time or something. They usually always have a smile on their face, and that makes me feel good, making somebody happy first time in the morning, especially maybe they're going to work or something. Or maybe they're just laughing at me. That's possible. Still making them happy. Look at that old man riding that crazy looking thing. I don't know what they're thinking, but that's okay. I've got it really dialed in. I've said that on the last couple of rides that I've videoed, but I mean, it's very apparent that I've got it really dialed in. I mean, that doesn't mean that I, don't do any maintenance or something can't break. Of course it can, but as long as I'm doing a little bit of maintenance, it's like I have. Or I should say I'm starting to now. It's nice. It makes it really, really nice. I mean, it's nice to just get up in the morning and go out and go for a ride instead of sitting there having to fix something and that turning into something else and maybe or maybe not riding, you know. It's just really nice. See if I can get by these people. Coming up on your left, folks. Sorry. Have a great day. Good morning. Coming up on your left. Have a good one.
You too.
Coming up on your left, you guys. Sorry. Have a good one, all right?
Unknown caller.
Oh, that person just ran a red light. And there's a cop. He's a little bit too far off to see him. They were in the turning lane coming across traffic, and they saw that nobody was there, so they just went. I don't know that I've ever done that. I mean, maybe way back in my younger, bolder days, but whatever. I guess it's Florida, you know. People just do what they want. Of course, I'm saying that, and I go through stop signs all the time. I mean, I do check to make sure that I'm okay. That I hopefully don't get squished. But I do go through them. Don't go through stoplights, but stop signs I do. Good morning, brother. Looks like there's a lot of people out on the walking around on the street. Not having a good time. That's nice to see. I like looking at all the different houses, different kinds, and different colors to see, you know, which ones I would like. Different configurations. If they have a big enough garage. There's one that is over by my house that has a separate garage. It's on a corner lot. It's got a separate garage, and it's got an attached garage. The separate garage has a little single roll-up door, and the attached garage is, you know, a double garage door, or a two-car, I guess I should say. It has a pool, and it's completely fenced in. Maybe even, is it a wall? I don't remember. In either case, it's nice. I really like it. And it's for sale. Probably about $1 million. You know, pocket change. I could whip that out real quick. But it's fun. It's fun looking at that kind of stuff. At least I think so. Dreaming about stuff, you know? They're working on this road too. I went out yesterday and was on the sidewalk, and they had the sidewalk completely blocked off. Sometimes I can get around them. If they're doing something, I can kind of, you know, go up on the lawn or, you know, something like that. But I would have had to go out into oncoming traffic. And if I don't have to do that, I don't want to. So I took the detour, went down a couple streets and bypassed them. I just kind of saw that they had stuff kind of all over the place, hoses and all kinds of stuff all over the place that I couldn't get over. So I'd rather not make a bunch of trouble for the guys working. Although I've found if I think I can get past the guys that are working on the road, they're usually really super accommodating, really nice, and just stop everything they're doing and do and make sure you know, everything's clear for me. At least that's, you know, my experience. At least with the city workers anyway, the people that are working on the roads, or, you know, whatever they're working on. If they're working on the, you know, the grass or the landscaping or whatever, they usually stop their machine and sit there and wait for me. And sometimes they wave, which is nice. There's a cop waiting for somebody. Waiting for somebody to speed. Good morning. I've been starting to look into chain, bike chain sturdiness lately, and found that most people say that an 8-speed chain is the strongest. So that's what I've been testing out for the past couple of months. I've had it on the rear chain. That is really the one that takes the most damage, or the one that breaks the easiest. Also the one that damages the sprockets the most. And I've put it on there with one of my tensioners, chain tensioners, and have it fairly tight, not crazy tight, but fairly tight. And it seems like it's doing a really good job. It's not, because I have the same, two of the same sprockets that I had on it before I had the 8-speed chain on it, with another chain. I don't even remember what it was, but with another chain that it kind of folded over the sprocket a little bit. It's hard to explain without showing you, but it didn't shorten the spikes on the cog, but or on the sprocket, but it folded kind of the side of them over, so it made them slightly sharper. But after I put this chain on, I haven't, in the last few months, I haven't seen any real issues with folding over, bending anything at all on those sprockets. So that's real nice. Good morning, you guys. That makes me feel a lot better, because before they were just, and they still are, but they were something that was, just a consumable. Like, chains are, brake pads, or, anything like that. With one of these powerful e-bikes. It's just a fact of life. So I have, 3 or 4 of each of these little cogs. Good morning. In the shop, in the garage, on the shelf, just waiting when I have to swap a new one for an old damaged one, And I'm sure it'll get there. That's just the nature of the beast. But it seems, right now anyway, as though it's taking a little bit longer to chew through it. So that makes me feel nice. I'm learning. Always learning with this thing. That is for sure. Got it in a little bit different gear, a little higher gear, so I go a little bit faster now. And that is nice. It's exhilarating getting to go fast every once in a while. Oh my God, yesterday I went out a little bit later in the day. And if you don't know, here in Florida in the summer, it pretty much rains every day around 3-ish. It doesn't rain that long or that hard most days. But it does every day. It's just how it works. And yesterday was no exception. I went out, and I usually go for 2.5 hour rides, like 25, 30 miles, something like that. And I was almost at the end of my ride. I went out to the Jessica Clinton Park, where they have a football field and baseball fields, or I guess softball fields. I don't know if they're any different, but I usually go out there. That's one of them that I go, and because I like to watch the baseball games. They usually have girls softball out there, and on my way out there, I looked up at the sky and I saw some really dark clouds way off in the distance, and I thought, well, what the hell, I'm gonna go check it out, see if I can get the last whatever half hour, 45 minutes in before I pack it up and go home, right? And as I got closer, I kept looking over there at the clouds to see, And as I got closer, it was getting closer to me and closer to me and closer to me. And getting darker and starting to thunder, and I saw a little bit of lightning. So I was a little bit worried if I would get if I would be able to get back home anyway. So I risked it, and I went, and it seemed like I was good. Seemed like I was pretty good. I was all right, But it would be close, so I'd have to, go and then hurry, kind of just check things out and go back home. And that's kind of what I did. Sorry, I was kind of concentrating on not getting killed there in the road. It's that whole, two things at once. It's a problem sometimes. Hearing lots of thunder, and I saw lots of lightning, but it was close, but it seemed like it was, I could make it home without a problem. It was out there a bit. So I turned around and went back, and luckily, because I should, but I don't have the whole shifting gears thing down. It's only been 3 years. What do you want? So when I shift gears, I shift it home, and then I go. And it's only because I don't want to break stuff with this powerful motor. I don't. So I do it at home. So in either case, I added in a couple cogs higher gear. And thank God I did, because all of a sudden, all the storm clouds, the whole sky on my left started coming really fast, and it was nasty. I could tell. You know how you can smell the rain? Hopefully I'm not the only one. And you can feel it, the humidity. And here in Florida, it gets colder, a little bit colder, even though the rain usually isn't all that cold. But the whole atmosphere, the air around you gets colder a little bit. So you can tell when it's gonna rain, and it was gonna rain. I was worried, but I was hauling ass where I could back home. I mean, I was rolling. Oh my God. But I made it. I mean, just in the nick of time. I rolled up the garage door and got my quad in and rolled it back down again and just started hearing the rain pounding. Oh, it was something. So it was nice. I got, a little bit of adrenaline going from riding so damn fast. I usually don't go at, top speed when I'm riding. And I just souped it up a little bit, so it went a little bit faster than it normally does. Good morning. So we were, as my channel says, another red light runner. We were ripping like friggin' crazy. Ripping. It was fun though. It was fun. So I think what we'll do, let's see, we've been going for a few minutes, 20-something minutes. I think we'll go over to Sportsman's Park, see if anything's going on. Usually on weekdays, I think this is Tuesday. There isn't a whole heck of a lot going. It's usually on the weekend, but we'll check it out, see if there is. And then I'll drop you off and I'll go on my merry way. I always make sure on this road nobody's coming behind me ready to turn in the turn lane, because they get me. This is where I made that mistake one time and crossed the road instead of going the way that I'm going right now, and that was stupid. Morning. Almost got hit by a car, got honked at because I was acting dumb. This is the way that I usually go, and it's much safer. Looks like there's probably a few cars that brought their kids out to the park, play on the swings and stuff. Oh, there's a few cars, yeah, quite a few. Not a ton, but quite a few. Probably a lot of stay-at-home mommies and daddies that take the kids out for a little exercise break. Good morning. Well, it's definitely nice and peaceful out here. There's almost nobody out. Alright, you guys, that's about it for me. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope you have a nice afternoon, morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're from. And I'll see you next time.